birds are fed twice a day. I feed the birds as I would feed my own birds. Like they're fed round about 1.25 ounces a day. They're not kept hungry. The birds, the further the races go, the more food they get, basically. You know, and the birds are fed 7 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock at night. I would like to thank Fraser's. They're a big company in Bondbridge, and they're going to support me as much as they can. This is Neil Fraser from Bondbridge Feeds. They've kindly sponsored Premier One Loft this year. Neil and I have went into it in big detail about the feeding for the pigeons. Neil has come up with this idea, and I think it's a very, very good idea for pigeons to be flying as far as 420 kilometres in the final race. To me, it's a very good mix. Neil, would you run through it a wee bit?
Certainly.
For me, please.
I'd like to thank you very much for asking me to be involved. Very proud to be involved
Thank you.
with such a well-established One Loft race. The two mixes combine a lot of aspects of nutrition within pigeon racing. Again, we have a high carb, quite high protein mix as a staple racing mix, and we also have quite a high oil content energy mix as well, with a good 10% inclusion of sunflower hearts and a 5% inclusion of whole toasted soybeans. Now certainly the racing mix, because it is a sprint medium distance
Yes.
mix we're looking at, we've got all your usual sort of high carb seeds, your safflower, your white peas, your blue peas, a good amount of white wheat, mung beans, then moving into the likes of safflower and a few oil seeds, and again quite a high inclusion again of whole toasted soya beans, just for a nice amount of oily protein, and certainly as soya goes, the best sort of spectrum of your amino acids as well.
Yeah, it's a stronger mix.
Yeah, it's a good strong sprint middle distance racing mix, and certainly again for a good amount of sugars. You've got your Italian grits maize, and again for a wee bit of oilier maize, you've got your Hungarian red as well in there. On the oilier energy mix, again there's a good amount of carbs to help break it all down as well, but you've got a very, again, high inclusion of sunflower hearts, again a high inclusion to aid water retention in the race, your paddy rice, but again that's your standard high fat, high oil content mix for really push them on in the sort of the middle distance race.
Yes. The pigeons aren't going to get it easy, so they need the food to back up exactly what to do. Another good thing about using Fraser's products, at Premier One Loft, we're trying to keep this as natural as we can for the health of the pigeons. So Neil, could you just run through the products basically?
Certainly, what we'd certainly recommend in the health or the natural health of birds for this particular race would be a staple of these particular products here. This particular product, P3, is a probiotic prebiotic. Now, in layman's terms, the way that this actually works is the prebiotic side regulates the acidity of the digestive system, boosting the bird's own natural immunity anyway. The probiotic side of it will actually latch on to any nasties within the digestive tract and flush them straight through. The Reviva is a very, very strong electrolyte, and certainly this one will, a pot of this size will do you a good long time. It's a couple of teaspoonfuls in 500 ml of warm water, shaken, and into 2 litres of drinking water straight after a race, and it's packed full of isotopic salts and calcium that the birds will certainly need after a hard fly.
Yeah.
This particular product I'm very, very happy with. It's a natural treatment for coccidiosis, which certainly is
very important.
Causes everyone problems.
Yeah.
Again, coccidiosis is one of the most nasty parasitic organisms. That's very, very hard to treat, especially if you're have a real bad infestation of coccidium. This one here, PRP, is an excellent respiratory product.
Natural product again.
Again, it's a natural product, contains essential herbs really to clear the digestive airways, make breathing more easily really for any pigeon during flight. But the good thing about this particular product is the actual carrier itself is natural vitamin E and cellplex selenium, which in turn will help boost immunity as well as clean the digestive airways, or clean the airways. And then two other products which I can't speak highly enough of is good old cider apple vinegar. Cider apple vinegar in itself contains a litany of naturally occurring vitamins, but again cider apple vinegar in itself is a probiotic and prebiotic in itself. And then again for racing, this product here, Origo Boost, is a very high energy boost, if you like. The carrier, the main content of it is glucose oil, and it contains echinacea, which is an immunity booster, ginseng again, which helps with the whole immunity of the bird, and essential oil of oregano, which in itself is a very powerful probiotic. So with the combination of these products, and certainly the likes of the Origo Boost, a couple of days before the birds head off, really to boost the energy levels, in conjunction with the energy corn,
they're basically getting everything they need.
Everything they need.
You know, and that's the reason why Premier One Loft has come to Neil and Fraser's products, because we want to do everything as natural as possible.